Now that we have a WordPress theme installed and the site's looking a bit more like something you'd want to share with your friends and family or have customers visit, we've built this navigation out, we've added a few pages and posts, and installed a few plugins. Another common question we receive from customers is, how do I get the www version of my URL? By default, many hosts, such as ourselves, will install WordPress for you upon sign up, and this is without the www version of your URL. To change this, you have two options. One is through your WordPress dashboard, and the other is through either your FTP client like FileZilla, or if you log into cPanel and make changes to your files through File Manager. I'll show you both ways in this tutorial. So first way is through your general settings in your WordPress dashboard. Settings, general, and you'll see this WordPress address URL and site address URL. To add the www version of your site that people would access, you'll just add those two changes and click the Save Changes button down here at the bottom. When you save the changes, it'll prompt you to log in again because now you're accessing your site via the www version. And now you're good to go. Now when I refresh this page, you'll see that it automatically redirects and takes the visitor to that version of the site. You can always revert this change by going back to Settings, General, and removing the www version of the URL in both the WordPress and site address URLs fields. Save those changes. It'll ask you to log in once more. And when I refresh this page, you'll see that it reverts back to where we were initially. Now, for some of you who don't mind messing with the or editing the WordPress files via File Manager or FTP clients such as FileZilla, you'll want to log into cPanel and edit your WP config. To do this is once you're logged into your cPanel account, and those details were sent to you if you're a customer of PeoplesHost when you signed up, you'll want to navigate to the File Manager icon, click it, and this will take you to your home directory. Then you'll want to navigate to the public HTML. In the public HTML is where your WordPress core files are located. The one we're interested in editing is this WP config file right here. So what I'll do is right click, code edit, and click this edit button. And be very careful when you're in your WP config. Any change that may not be accepted can break your site and basically render it impossible to get to. And so when you're, again, just be very careful when you're editing this, and the two lines of code you'll want to edit or add into this WP config are these two lines here, and it defines that WordPress and site URL that we were editing in the WordPress dashboard. Once I save these changes, the www version of the site will be live. And again, this will ask us to log back in if I'm trying to access the WordPress dashboard. And you'll notice if you navigate to the settings general that now, because you've edited the WP config, it restricts you from editing it in this WordPress dashboard. Now again, these changes aren't permanent. You can always revert those changes and delete those two lines of code in the WP config file. Resave those changes. Refresh the home page. You'll see that this is the non-www version, and we'll be asked to log back in here. Navigate back to the general settings, and again, you can change this from here directly if you'd like. If you have any questions or have any issues trying to make this change, don't hesitate to reach out to support. Thanks again for following this tutorial.